I'm kind of nervous though.
And then everything exploded.
Eight zero.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully I did not come out too loud.
No, enough.
Alright. Hello, everybody! Hello there, Zielo Cave Dwellers! It's your host, your wonderful host, Gigi, the creator of TMOM, the artist of TMOM. If you haven't already, by the way, there was a new TMOM page that was posted in my DeviantArt. Be sure to check it out. With that, we're gonna be continuing our drawing series tutorial series with our most requested character in the entirety of requests. So many people have asked me how to, in the world, you draw this actual living fluff ball. So today we're gonna do that. With me is, to my metaphorical right left, is our beautiful cast of the stream. First off, I would like to welcome once more Cyril, our wonderful moderator, and one of our ninjas. I'd like to welcome Sammy, a new member in our stream, another long-term staff of ours who's a Backstreet ninja and a Backstreet moderator. Hello, Sammy.
Hello. Hi. Hi, kids.
And I'd like to welcome our two voice actors for the evening. So, we have two voices. Let me make sure, by the way, the volume's okay and you guys can hear. There we go. So, we have two voice actors with us today. We have Starlet, who's back from the previous stream to go eat some salad and drink some chocolate milk.
Heck yeah!
And we also have an old staff member but a new voice actor. He is the voice actor of Heathis. He has been a longtime TMOM fan. He has appeared in many streams, excluding this one. Please give it up for Eagle Cry, the voice,
Hello.
the brand new voice for Heathis.
Yes, hello.
Jeez, sends shivers down my spine. So
Exciting! It's exciting.
yeah, I'm excited too.
Good to be here.
It's so cool to see Silver's god dad actually not be dead right now. It's weird.
Are you sure he's not dead?
You know what? That's actually a
Red
very valid
Peefus,
question.
rest in pepperonis.
A father figure that will not
Keep
yell
it
at you
live.
for once.
I mean, maybe this Heavis is a zombie.
Maybe this Heathis is a zombie. So,
Hashtag keep it lives.
the reason why I brought this company along with me is because I really want to make sure that this isn't boring in any way for you guys. Because I know drawing in general is considered it's boring. Like it's like watching paint dry. So I'd at least like to spice it up with very entertaining people while I just sit here and do all the work. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, let me start off. Artist, anyone who is drawing right now, get out your pencils, your tablets, your phones, your Cintiqs, your iPads, or whatever. We're gonna start drawing Zielo. Zielo, yes, that is how his name is correctly pronounced, is a unique particular individual.
So are you saying it's not Zielo or
Eagle. Don't let me fire you. No, I'm kidding.
Or-
I'm kidding, obviously.
Zello?
Zillow, sponsored by Zillow.
No. I'm pretty sure it's spelled xylophone.
Oh, okay. Alright, so here's so I pulled up a few reference images of Zielo that's posted on my DeviantArt as well. But one of the biggest aspects when you're drawing Zielo is his entire full body is different from a normal Mobian. For one, Zielo he's not necessarily like starving skinny, but he's skinny enough to where his bones are showing. Not only that, but Zielo wears absolutely no clothes. So in my opinion, I think that Zielo is easier to draw because he doesn't wear any clothes. But a lot of people actually find it harder to draw him because Sonic clothes are usually a good signifier on where their hands start, so on and so forth. But so that's why I'm going to try to make this super simple, and hopefully after this you guys will draw all the Zielo. So Zielo has a few key features. So Zielo has, first off, his... We're going to use this reference and look at this first before we draw, by the way. But one of his key features of Zielo is, wait, what's the most obvious part about Zielo? Oh, right! His hair! His massive, ridiculous hair. Look at that mess right there.
Yeah, he really needs a shower.
So,
L'Oreal.
he needs a lot of things, like therapy. Anyways, one of the biggest key features whenever you're trying to master drawing Zielo's hair is you want to draw it in a way that fits him. So a lot of times, if you want to make sure that you're drawing Zielo right, and his hair right, you want to draw it to where it's like this, where it's almost like quills, like Sonic's quills, but it's overloaded and overlapping each other, kind of like something like that. I mean, there's like a dimension to his hair. It's not just a whatever. It's not just like a Super Saiyan Ultra 40K super form. Not only that, but Zielo has a predominantly very long tail. And he has a lot of back spikes, which you see in this particular reference photo here. His back spikes is supposed to kind of complement like how much hair he has. But his spikes on his back are similar to like Sonic and Silver's, where they're more individualized, and so they're actually layered. And usually whenever you see Zielo in an angle of some sorts, his hair kind of almost eats him a little, like it kind of engulfs him.
Nom, nom.
Exactly. And then the most important aspect, and it's a very common misconception, are his eye markings. So, generally, a lot of people will draw Zielo with these eyes. They'll draw him where it's only, like, here's his eyes, right? And they'll draw it only standing up like this. But that is not what his eyes look like. His eyes are butterfly markings. So they literally, like, they literally look like little butterflies. And so it's like, the thing is, his head, like, his chest hair covers the bottom half, so I understand why, like, his eye markings look weird. But they are, like, two, whatever, wings go up. Whoops, wrong color. Go up.
Gigi, real quick.
Yeah.
Your audio is only coming through the left ear.
Dang it! Hang on, I gotta fix this. I forgot that I had to put in voice mod. Give me a quick sec.
And then
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
silence.
I had to focus!
That's what Zielo would want.
Okay, should work now.
Yes.
Whoa. You guys can hear me
Zielo
fine?
isn't here right now.
Oh my gosh.
Zylo's always watching, even when he's not in the room.
True.
Yeah, true. He
Deepest
is that
kind
kind
of
of
role.
creep.
Yeah. Okay, also,
He is that kind of creep, yeah.
fun fact, Zielo also has eyelashes. They're very small.
There's just no way he's not watching his own creator draw him.
Oh, you know it.
Nah, probably
He wouldn't
not.
miss that.
Yeah, exactly.
He probably doesn't really care.
He will if he wants me to draw
I
right.
think.
But anywho, so I think we got the basics down. Let's start actually drawing this guy. All right.
Oh, wait. Gigi, I don't think we can hear you in our chat room, Gigi.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I just realized that.
They
Yeah, you
can't
have to-
hear me.
let's- Yeah, I think
It's
so.
kind of looping in the stream right now.
Whoops.
There we go.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
sorry guys. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, so Zielo.
Zielo, yes. He
Why
is
did
great.
why did I paint the entire canvas gray? I'm getting ready for Xylo's hair.
'Cause,
So
look, his hair's so big.
that's also true.
It just covers the entire screen.
So, I don't know if you guys were here in my Sonic stream, but so Sonic's body generally, if you remember, I drew Sonic's body similar to like a little bean.
Pizza feet.
No, there's no pizza feet. Anyways, so it's kind of something like this for Sonic. So for Zielo, it's actually more predominant because Zielo literally is like he's a god that doesn't even look like a actual Mobian, and so his body is like this. It's like instead of a bean, it's straight up like kind of like a more stiff. I don't know what you'd call that. Like, I guess a dislocated bean.
A dislocated beam.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it is. Like his chest in general and his stomach is longer, than a Sonic character's stomach. So that's his body. And then I'm gonna get to his face. Because with Zielo specifically, because his hair takes up the entire freaking screen, I generally draw his head first so I know where his hair is gonna be. So it's like... kind of like, So one of the things with Zielo is... I've seen some people kind of do this where it's like when they draw Xylo's face on his hair, they do that. Or like kind of similar to Sonic's hair. But Zielo doesn't have any type of lump near his face. It's completely clean. Because he's a clean person. That said, he is... he still needs a circle for his head. And generally... if you remember in my Sonic tutorial, the way that I draw heads is very specific. It's, especially when I have the head in a quarter turn, it's like I put the guidelines of where his muzzle's gonna be, where the arc of his muzzle's gonna be, and then the side of his face is gonna be. And those guidelines are helpful for his face. And then, let's see, so... what the freak? I realized, by the way, that I don't know what pose he's doing.
Well, I guess it's time to figure that out, huh?
Yeah, right? Maybe he can be...
Also,
you know
you
what?
said he was... You said he was clean. How is he clean with all that blood in
He's a
his
god,
like,
he can
mouth?
clean himself.
I mean, I'd
Alright.
assume it's paint or ketchup. You don't know it's blood.
That's
Yeah, I guess.
true.
I guess not. I
He
guess
could have just
not.
been painting. He could have just been. He's like could have been in an artsy mood.
Got in
today.
his mouth a little bit. You know, things
He's
happen.
Just painting the He's just painting the roses red, you know?
I see an Anthony in chats.
Maybe a fruit
Alright.
punch.
So, here's, so... Xylo's legs are not like Sonic's, where it's a little more like almost chibi style. Like, Xylo's legs are long. Like, they actually kind of have a bit of dimension to them. So his knees kind of come down at a better pace. And then here's the ankle that you should probably sketch in. See, I might even change this a little bit, because that might even not be long enough. Let's see. Yeah, his legs aren't long enough. Let me erase.
How long are Xylo's legs?
They're longer than the longest leg. They're not that long. I'm just kidding. I
My
see,
legs
I
are
see.
just shaved.
Yeah, right? Let's see. Okay, that's actually more fitting to him. Xylo's body in general is more of a proportion, like it's proportion to like closer to a human body, which is why his actual, like the drawing of him is so interesting. But like, you know, always remember like keep your knees on the middle aspect of your entire leg. Draw your ankles separate from that. And then let's get in some feeties. So Zielo does not wear any shoes. So you can't do pizza feet, as Cyril has dubbed it, apparently.
Hey, I didn't dub it that way. Your audience did.
It's not pizza feet. So
Then what are they?
they're feet. So draw some rectangles to represent the feet. Make sure that your rectangles are lining up. Alexa, stop.
Oh, so they're pizza box feet.
I was
They're
gonna say
not-
they were sandwich feet.
They're not squares. They're rectangles.
What's up with all the
Sandwiches can be rectangles.
That's called a
Pizza
sub.
boxes.
Anyways, so one of the things we're gonna do is try to make these rectangles 3-dimensional. One of the biggest things, and one of the things that helps me personally with this is to truly study human anatomy and human feet. Because the gods, especially Zielo, they have specific feet. They're not necessarily like Sonic's feet, where it's like blup blup, like 3 toes. It's actually the whole toes. And because the gods don't wear clothes, it's even more important to know how to draw their feet. God, I don't know what it is with feet today, but it's freaking weird.
And there's Anthony with Zielo has pizza toes.
No, he does not! So, the way I do toes is, I don't really do any construction drawing. Like, I do this. Like, I make tiny, tiny little circles, like, you know, your big toe, and your toes get smaller as they go on. You know, it's like an arc similar to your hand. And with that, I create their toes just like so. I mean, I don't know, toes in general are kind of hard for me to, like, they're kind of just like fingers, you know? Like, you could probably make, like, little circles if you need, like, more dimension, but they're not too hard. They're kind of just, like, all you're doing is this, you know? Like, it almost looks like you're drawing a leaf, except you're not drawing the actual leaf, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Was that sarcasm?
I don't know.
Was that sarcasm?
Don't worry about
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
My staff's
That
making fun of me
phrase.
because I tell them don't worry about it all the time.
It's payback.
I'm trying to follow along with it too, but my only view of it is in the stream.
Okay. Wait, oh, did I not screenshot you guys? Whoops.
Oh wait, have you you thought you were
Whoops. Yes, so once you got the toes, so you notice how, like, you have a square and you put it in a 3-dimension, but you're gonna use that as a measuring device. And you're gonna just, instead of doing this, you don't want to go this way, you want to go this way. Like, you want to have, like, that arc kind of raise a little bit with their feet. And, you know, make sure you draw the heel. In general, god feet is probably the most important aspect. Granted, I didn't draw it very well here.
Did you?
Let's see, let me edit this big toe.
You know, for
Yeah,
the
it's-
feet
it's-
Zielo has, he keeps his toenails very clean and trimmed.
I mean, he's
Mhm.
perfect. What should expect?
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing to have to like go back and like redraw a couple lines, right?
Of course not. Right now, what I'm doing is, let me actually fix this heel. Yeah, that's close enough. Oh yeah, and of course, because it's Zielo, we can't forget his sharp, freaking toenails. Because that's the world we live in.
Look, he's very proud of his nails.
I'm sure
Scissor
he is.
feet.
Scissor.
Scissor feet? What?
Zilo's scissor feet.
Heck yeah.
I might make his legs a teeny bit too long. Let me see if I can. There we go. Okay. I might go back and fix his legs later. Alright. So, the reason why Zielo has such a, like, tall chest, and the reason why it's different from Sonic is because of Xylo's chest fur. So, here's gonna be the fun part. I am gonna draw Xylo's chest fur before I even draw his face, his arms, his coils, or his tail. And the reason why is because his chest fur covers all of that. So, you at least, when you draw his chest fur, you have a good idea of, oh, I don't have to draw the rest of his muzzle, because it's covered up in his own hair. So, his chest fur is very much like a cloud. It doesn't necessarily, like, it kind of goes like this, where it's like that. Like, it's like hair. It's like beautiful, smooth hair. So it's kind of something like that. You you make stuff like that. And it's, of course, like Silver's chest fur, except Xylo's is a lot more intense.
His is like way, way intense.
Way too much.
Silver's chest fur is like a bib compared to Xylo's.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you
honestly,
said, like I don't think Silver's covers his face like Xylo's does.
No.
no.
It's almost like a scarf to him. It's like you don't need to see part of my muscle.
I mean, that's kind of the thing.
Not
Like
important.
Zylo likes his chest fur honestly covers most of his mouth. Like it's kind of funny. But notice how it's like it covers up most of his chest. Like that's how ridiculous it is. Somebody said Zylo confirmed to use Maybelline. Yeah.
Maybe he's born with it.
You know
it's
what?
Maybelline.
Maybe he's worth it.
The L'Oreal of me.
The L'Oreal of me. Silver, do you believe in the L'Oreal of me?
I'm not really sure because I don't really use L'Oreal, but it looks interesting, I guess.
Then what do you use to wash yourself?
Kind of depends because, well, in the future, there's not much, moisture type stuff to keep you clean up there. Remember how skinny I was at the beginning? I mean, there's not much I can do to, like, you know, stay moisturized and all that kind of stuff. I kind of just use water whenever I was there. But, you know, I gotta just hope for the best and use water.
Thanks, Silver. Very appreciated. I'm gonna fix his leg. Alright.
Look, Silver's precious.
Yeah, he is.
Silver's baby.
He is baby. No, he's not. What do you want about? Silver's 13 and a half. Rude.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's baby.
So anyways, so the next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw his face. Because like last time, I don't like drawing hands and arms. So, Xylo's muzzle, like I said, the guideline that I made for the Sonic faces, I applied them to most of the Sonic characters in TMOM. Generally, they all do something like this. Like, let's see, I'm using the arc here. Now Xylo's is a little different though, because his arc's a little steeper. Because his eye markings go underneath his eyelids. So it's like, I don't know if you guys notice this, but every time I draw Zielo, I always add a little extra, like, some people think it's like wrinkles, but I call it like edge, you know? There's his nose.
Yeah, he's very skinny, isn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, and then I also, because he's skinny lately, I'm adding like little tiny cheekbones. Let's see.
The thing that I've always noticed with Zielo is that I really like that because his chest fur is so like wild. It's just like it reminds me of like a flame, and it's like that's one way to I kind of picture it like when you draw him. It just it reminds me of like a wild like unkempt
Like a
flame.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in general, his hair doesn't look like it's very kempt. Let's see.
Who needs
All
a
right.
sandwich?
Then he's
Someone
doing-
should buy him a hairbrush.
He needs to brush his fur and he needs to eat food.
and then his
And not whatever he
brows.
does.
So one of the biggest things with brows is generally you want to have like some type of limit to them. You never want to have your brows do this. You never want to have your brows do this. You also don't want to have them go too wide, and you don't want to have them go too small. You want them to go just like so. Like the end of their eyes line up with the end of their muzzles all the time. But once that lines up, then you go inward and draw the eye, like so. And you do that for every time you draw the eye. Oh yeah, and then Zielo. So Zielo in general, when you're ever drawing him, he never goes this. He never does this. He never like. He never has his eyes fully open. One of Xylo's trademark looks is that his eyes are always halfway closed. We don't know why. That's just the way it is.
That's just how we do.
That's just how we
He's
do.
just tired and needs
Also-
a nap.
I'm sorry. The first time you drew like his irises, it almost reminded me of the Sonic ice cream popsicle.
Yeah, it looks just like that, right? Is that what you're referring to, Eagle? God. Nah. So, and then his eyes go like that. And his nose is covering up his eyes. So let me erase his nose and make it to where it's lower. So that way we can see his beautiful eye. I apologize, by the way, if this is hard to follow. So that's how you draw his eyes. As you can see, by the way, Zielo has mini eyelashes, which is very much true. He has mini eyelashes. Let me. Okay. He
Right,
has.
it's always easy. It's always hard to forget the eyelashes because of his markings.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, he does have eyelashes. You just can't see them because his markings are also pure black, which I'm gonna show you how those are made. So Xylo's eye markings, fun fact, they are not separated from his skin. If Xylo's eye markings were not a part of his skin, they would look like this. Like, they would be on top of his fur. But they're not. They're behind his fur. They're on his skin. So it actually, if anything, looks like this. Imagine a butterfly wing, but like sharpening those edges. And doing
What
it like
gave you
this.
the idea for the eye markings?
That's a long story dealing with how Zielo used to be a different form of silver, and then he eventually just kind of became his own character. So generally, the eye markings are...
Right now, without all of the hair, it just looks like his head is fly away.
Yeah. His head's a bit forward. Let me try to move that back. Let's see. Let me actually adjust his chest hair just a teeny bit.
Yeah, Zielo, if you don't mind, we're just gonna adjust that a little bit.
Well, I'm adding more fluff. Because that's...
Because of course he needs more of it.
He
This
does
is how
need more
Heapus-
of it. This is how Heapus what?
All of
This
the
is how
plot.
Heapus created the sons of Heapus. He just drew them all and like on a computer.
Exactly.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go,
Do
guys.
not steal.
Original OC, do not steal. These muzzles are... This muzzle's a little tiny bit fat. So let me add some more chest fur to his muzzle. Yeah, see? Notice that, like, all his, like, you know, his chest fur is also could be a cheat sheet. So that way you can't see how large his gosh dang muzzle is. Let's see. His head might be a bit too big. Is it?
It's so weird seeing him without arms.
It's very much weird seeing without an arm. See, I'm gonna do arms in a second. This is
I
his
know,
arms
I
right
know.
here.
Look
There's
at
his
that.
arms. As you can
And
see.
that's
my
the stream,
God.
guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks very much.
Scissor arms. Xylo scissor hands.
Xylo scissor hands. Okay, so now we're gonna do the arms. So Xylo's arms are weird because when you draw the chest fur, his arms are under, like his shoulders are underneath the chest fur. So it's kind of something like this where it kind of looks like a... See, I need to move his chest just a teeny bit forward. I'm making tiny adjustments as I go. And then I'm gonna give a little complexity. I'm gonna have his his arms do whatever.
Yeah, he does what he wants.
He does what he wants.
Yeah.
And then circle, circle. No, circle. And then hand stuff. So with hands, generally, it's kind of the same thing as feet. You want a little bit of a box going on. Make sure that, you know, especially when you're doing foreshortening, you understand what a hand looks like when it's coming at you and when it's not. So this is kind of what Xylo's hand looks like, just by itself. Let's see. Let me make his middle finger just a tiny bit longer. Okay. So it's like something like that. And generally, Sonic's arms, especially when they come forward, you know, the arm is gonna swell. So, that's kind of what is happening
Buff
there.
arms.
What?
Buff arms.
It's not buff.
Yeah, do they like swell because of like how big the hands are, so they have to like slowly get bigger or something, like around the wrist, or
Kinda. I mean, that's the thing with Sonic characters. Like, I like to draw Sonic characters without their like, this is gonna sound weird, but I don't like drawing them with clothes on, only because it's easier to draw. Like you can understand how the body works when you take off the clothes. And okay, this sounds really bad. I'm trying to make this sound. What I'm saying is, when you
God,
when you strip
jeez.
them off. Okay, wait, no, I'm just digging myself a deeper hole.
Oh my gosh.
What I'm
You
saying
mean
is,
y'all-
you gotta understand
The
how their
anatomy.
body works. Yes, you get anatomy. Thank you.
the skeleton, the frame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the skeleton, the frame, and the
Exactly.
body. And you...
Exactly. If you take like figure drawing classes, then you'll understand.
Yeah. Let's see, and then...
Anatomy is key.
Indeed. And then this is his hands, which I'm gonna just bootleg a little bit because the main focus I wanted to do was the hand that was coming in closer. So, get the claws out, because Xylo's claws gotta be sketched in, of course. Notice, by the way, that I'm not just having Xylo's hands, like... Hang on, let me draw a quick hand. So, like, his hands aren't doing this, right? Like, his hands, like, his actual fingers are going in the direction of a fingernail. So it's going in the direction of his thumb. Like, you know, when you grow your own fingernails and you grow them out long enough, they will curve in some way. It's kind of the same thing with Xylo's fingernails. They just curve wherever the freak his hands are. Same thing goes for his toes.
Just
This
like
is such
whatever he
happy-
wants.
Whatever he wants. We don't argue with Xylo. He does what he wants.
If you're gonna grow your nails out incredibly long and sharp, do your thing, Xylo. We're in no
Exactly.
place to judge.
We're in no place to judge. Alright. Oh no, did I freeze iTunes? Oh no!
Has the
There you
music
go.
not been playing?
No, it has. It just got frozen for a second.
Alright. Hopefully the
Alright.
music's loud enough for everyone else to hear.
Yeah, I'm keeping it kind of quiet. Let me...
Yeah.
Yeah, music's been on the whole time. But,
Neato.
now we're gonna draw the bony aspects of Xylo. So when you go back to his chest, you notice that his chest fur kind of ends, like, right where the, end of his rib cage is at. So, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna try to get that chest to close in. You're going to draw the bottom of that rib cage, because his skin, he's that skinny, and then that empty aspect, he still has meat on his bones, but it's, like, thinner, and then the poke of the pelvis bone, and we see the provenance of that. So that's kind of where his skinniness comes from. And that continues onto the rest of his body. His legs are a teeny bit skinnier, but it's really not noticeable if you don't want to draw it. The most important aspect is his stomach. Alright, so now that the most of his body is already drawn, I have to expand the canvas, because now I have to draw Xylo's hair.
His big ol' hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to draw all his entire loaf of hair, so I need the canvas to expand like big time.
And by the way, I guess I meant to point this out earlier. So yeah, the gods have 5 toes in comparison to most of the Mobians in TMOM, right?
Correct. But
Yeah.
Soul has 4 toes.
I did not realize that.
Hmm?
Math.
Math. Ow. My ears hurt. Okay. Wearing a hat, earphones, and then glasses does wonders to your ears. Okay, so this is probably where you guys mostly kind of hate me at, because you're like, okay, I drew the character, I did all the things you wanted me to, Gigi. Now I gotta draw this ridiculous hair. And some people, they don't know how long his freaking hair is, because his hair could be as big as this, where it's a big afro, or it could be like this. Some people don't even bother and they just do this.
Yeah, like doesn't it have to be like drawn like a specific way? Like
Yes.
because sometimes people just go
Because-
like willy-nilly, but
Well, yeah, it's like his hair isn't like a Christmas tree. Like, it's not like this. It's not necessarily anything like that. It's also not like this either. It's not like wispy.
Christmas Zielo.
He's not Christmas Zielo.
Or Mad
It's
Scientist
not like that
Zielo.
either.
Death metal cover band Zielo, and he likes kiss.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Also
those
true.
chicken wings are or like a mad scientist Zielo.
Yeah. Alright, so, here's what you can do. So, for his hair, if you're having trouble figuring out, like, where to start with his hair, kind of figure it out like a big fat quill, just like that. You know, and then build on top of it. You know, like, what does that big quill look like on top of another big quill, on top of another fat quill, and, you know, this lumpy, you know, slightly hairy mess starts somewhere, right? You know, you can even erase that so that way it doesn't look weird. And in general, let's see. Actually, his hair's kind of short in this area. It kind of looks something like that. It's kind of like, it looks like a softer version of Sonic's hair, but spread out a lot more and a lot more thick, extra thick. So it kind of
extra thick.
yeah. So it looks like that. It just looks like hair, like it looks like gelled hair, but it looks like he did his own hair himself, or didn't even bother cutting his own hair. So
Just like,
yes,
he
you
just
can
like
pet.
leaves it out to grow.
Yes. Also, yes, you can pet Zielo. Okay. Have fun petting
Pet
Zielo.
him, but beware.
Hashtag pet baby brother Zielo, right, guys? Would you pet Zielo, Silver?
Well, considering that his quills can pierce flesh, I'm gonna hesitate just a little bit. Maybe if if Xylo's in a good mood and he won't hurt me, then sure. But I'm a little traumatized.
But is Zielo ever in a good mood?
No.
Alright, here's some eye ridges for Zielo, and with that, the sketch with Zielo is almost done. Let me add in the last details for him, which is his tail and back quills. So his tail is generally pretty long, and it is a bit of a swivelly. So it kind of goes this way. And then his back quills are, like I said before, shooting out of his back in layers. So they kind of look like this.
Yeah, it's always hard to remember that he has back quills with all the existing fluff on his body.
Yeah, it's supposed to showcase how ridiculously fluffy he is.
Zielo is a wild flower.
He's very much a wildflower.
Oh,
then-
if you compared his hair to Celios, then he would go mad.
Yeah. Alright. With that, this sketch is done, and I'm gonna start inking. So,
Whoa.
I'm gonna ink, and I'm gonna let you improv people take over a little bit more now, since inking's generally pretty straightforward. All you're doing is just cleaning up the sketch that you had beforehand, and you're taking your time and cleaning everything up, basically. So, Keefus, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Do you like cheese?
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese. Do you like cheese?
It looks nice.
Do you like what type of cheese is your favorite, Heefus?
Hmm. There's so many.
Do you like the yellow cheese?
Yes.
Why do you like the yellow cheese?
It is yellow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's very descriptive, Heefus. Thank you so much for answering. Round of applause, Heefus. So great.
You are very welcome.
That was sarcasm, Heefus. Do you know what sarcasm is?
Yes.
Heefus, what do you... So, I'm guessing because you eat, do you, how exactly do gods eat?
Hmm.
Heefus?
Why must you know?
I feel like there's a large majority of people that I bet are very curious how you would eat cheese.
Well, it is a fun thing to try, but it was very much of a pain to design for our mortals.
So how do you eat? Do you eat or do you consume?
Consume.
Consume. I love when he does that. Silver, have you ever met Heefus before?
Well, I can't really say I have. Hi, how's it going?
Hello.
Seems, well, we're known as the Sons of Hephis now, so I have you to thank for this name. It's pretty cool.
It is nice to hear you're very happy about that.
Oh, I don't like that laugh.
What's wrong?
Yeah, sounds like just a little suspicious. That's all. I don't know.
worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Crater.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks,
Don't
Heefus.
worry about it.
Shut up. Or I will have you consumed.
Yeah, Gigi, don't worry about it.
Someone,
Oh my god.
Heathis, someone in the chat wants to know, do you eat chili dogs like your copy, Sonic?
I do not understand why they like these chili dogs.
We don't understand why you like cheese. We don't see you don't see us complaining.
Well, I've said it before. It's yellow.
Oh, you like to consume. I know. Consume, right?
What about the garlic?
Wait, what did you say? Hefus, did you say consume?
Possibly.
Can you
But
say
again,
say it just one more
if my
time?
dear son loves to eat those chili dogs, I have no place to judge him.
Hefus.
Creator.
Consume. Oh, I don't like the way you laughed. You make it sound like it's way more eldritch horror than it really is. You're just
Don't worry about it.
Stop telling me that.
Planning anything.
Why are you telling me don't worry about it?
That is your catchphrase, right?
No, it's not. My catchphrase is
You know, Gigi's favorite catchphrase is, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe!
Yeah, and subscribe!
Don't worry about it. I'm sure he isn't planning anything weird.
Yeah, no, he's, as much as we love to music, he's dead. Reppin' Pepperonis, he is dead. His opinion doesn't matter.
Oh, I understood that reference.
Haha, get it? Because Hefus kinda likes cheese. Hefus, do you like
Oh my-
pepperoni on your pizza?
I don't think he knows what pizza is.
Isn't that your feet? You know.
No!
pizza. Oh,
What is with you people and feet and pizza?
What about noodle arms?
Oh yeah, what about the noodle arms?
Sonic characters are
have-
not just noodle arms.
What, are you sure about that?
Yes!
Are you positive?
They look very noodly.
Sorry guys, I know you gotta
have
deal with these people.
The noodle arms, the noodle legs, the pizza feet. What are their heads? And what is okay? They have the beans for their bodies, right? So what is
Yeah.
their head? It's just
Their head's a
oh,
bowling
a
bar.
tomato.
A jelly bean!
No!
tomato. No, tomato. That's
Or
You
maybe
make me want to
grapes?
play No Man's Sky because I'm so
But Gigi,
And-
I need to shoot some space rocks.
what about
And
Animal
they're-
Crossing?
oh yeah. Everyone loves Animal Crossing now, especially. What about Animal Crossing?
What do you mean? What about Animal Crossing?
What about it?
I love Animal Crossing. Alright.
And that is all.
There we go.
Don't be
I
like
like-
me and accidentally choose the wrong hemispheres. Is that where you have a bunch of stuff that you're not really supposed to have?
Did you
yet?
choose the southern hemisphere?
By mistake?
That's actually really funny.
That shows the wrong
I didn't know you
hemisphere.
did.
Yeah. On Animal Crossing Star, he had to choose between the northern and southern hemisphere. And Star thought because he lived in the south of the U.S., he thought that meant southern hemisphere.
And now I can't change
Forget
it, so...
G-
It's going to be okay.
Welcome to Australia, I guess.
Yeah.
forget, forget Gigi being a clown. Star is the ultimate circus.
Wait, I am not a clown.
What? But
Gigi,
Gigi,
you are the
you're-
biggest clown here.
How am I a clown?
You just are.
I'm not a clown.
Someone,
It doesn't have to be a reason for it. You're just a clown.
Okay, thanks.
gosh, I'm seeing in the chat real quick. Someone said, yeah, nacho nails and the head is a meatball.
Oh my god.
Nacho nails.
Who freaking said
Yeah,
that?
they're like triangles.
You know
well,
what?
it was
I can't argue
Well,
with
it
that.
was.
With wings.
Wolf
So
Boy
you're
said nacho nails, yeah, and
So what you're
Alright, so
saying
that means-
is they need like Fritos as their fingernails?
sure,
Yes.
sure.
Salty, delicious Fritos. When Zielo gets hungry, he just
Zielo is just the food pyramid personified.
Why would you make me imagine that?
It's funny because he has the innie pyramid. Maybe that's why he made it.
That's so funny.
Nacho nails.
No.
Okay, realistically though, no. If you try to draw his nails as nachos, they're gonna look a lot different than you want them to.
I mean, he is not
Hashtag nacho nails.
Yeah, and it's funny
Hashtag
because
nacho
like
nails.
in earlier issues, his nails actually used to be way longer than they are now. If you look back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing out that my old art is just that, you know.
No. It's just like.
No, it's okay. I understand. It's cool. It's fine.
But I'm glad Xylo's. I mean, you know, he's never gonna like cut them, but at least you know he trimmed them just a little bit.
Hey, want to see something great?
Yes.
Ooh.
So,
I'm scared.
I don't know if you've ever seen the Lover of Me, but just imagine Cherry Love Blossom Go from that fan fiction. Remember that, guys?
Yes,
Remember?
we need to have a part 3 now.
Yes,
We
we
need-
need a part 3.
Valentine's Day is great. It's my favorite holiday, okay? My favorite holiday where I don't know how to get rid of these. Oh, here we go. I was actually scared that, like, I couldn't get rid of the cherry blossoms.
They're just
Okay.
part of him now.
Yeah.
You have to
Scared that
accept
that-
it.
Secretly,
scared.
Zielo is a miracle.
No,
You have to-
no one knows
Wait,
what
are
a
you scared about,
miracle is
Sammy?
here.
Oh, but if they join the server, then they'll know soon enough.
Okay, well, anyway, Sammy,
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yes, I was scared that Xylo was gonna like pop out of the screen and he's just gonna look at the flowers and be like, "What are these disgusting little varmints doing around me?"
He'd say varmints. He's a god, Sammy. He's not from Texas. I'm kidding.
I mean,
Cowboys,
he
Xylo.
would,
It's okay. I'm from the south.
Yes,
I'm allowed to
Cowboy
be.
Zielo.
Y'all.
he would
Imagine
say
Xylo
y'all,
saying y'all.
maybe.
Y'all.
Cowboy Zielo.
Yes, Cowboy
Yeehaw! Time to
Zielo.
round up some solas.
Yeehaw!
I'm imagining like Zielo in the outfit Sonic was in the Sonic movie in the bar scene. And it's just like Zielo has
Yeah.
a red vest and like.
Oh, I would love that 100%.
I'm very scared.
Xylo.
Nobody. You guys are not allowed to draw any cowboy Xylo. You're not allowed.
But
You say that now.
You see,
Hey,
if
Silver.
you,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
yes, if you join our lovely Discord server, the Xylo Cave, which we will provide links for, you can draw all the cowboy Xylo you want.
All
No.
of the cowboys. You want.
And you
No to
can
the
show them
Cowboy
all
Zielo.
to the creator.
God.
And all of his like his bandit solace to help him out, help
Wait, I
wrangle
have a-
those triple S.
There's one of our staff members actually already drew a cowboy Xylo, and it's the funniest thing. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
Wait, I think I remember that actually.
Yeah, it's
Our lovely
Imagine
moderator Ant drew it.
yes.
Yeah. Imagine this, Zielo riding a horse.
Here it is. There's just y'all. There's cowboy Xylo. Don't draw him this way.
Just Xylo and his soulless cowboy henchmen, just like riding their horses and.
Oh my god.
and like
What?
like and this soul
Where are you guys
Soul
going
with-
with this?
What is-
would sing Old Town Road.
Oh.
Wild
Everyone
West
say-
style Zielo.
No, everyone's saying hashtag cowboy Xylo. No!
Yes,
Yes.
yes, continue.
No!
Cowboy Zielo.
God, what have you done?
You're welcome.
We've done the correct
I
thing.
wasn't
That's what we've
thinking
done.
you at all.
Pulls a string. There's a snake in my boot.
Oh my. Oh, Stark, I have a request. Could you, can you try to do Deep Voice Silver, but like as a cowboy? Like, y'all.
Deep voice Silver as a cowboy. That's very interesting.
Just,
Let's
you know. I be reckoned darn true.
Oh, I've never really done a cowboy voice before, but I reckon darn tootin' I can artist there.
Oh my goodness!
I was there thinking there's a snake in my boot, you know? And, there's kind of, I don't know, I mean, somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Oh my goodness. Star Silver, whoever you are.
Oh,
That's so...
was that a little weird? Because I was just kind of
It
doing
was
my
so-
there cowboy voice, if you know what I mean.
It's so good.
You're killing Hephis again!
Oh, wait,
Oh my.
I don't want to do anything wrong if that's what it is, because I'm the sheriff around these parts. If you reckon there.
This will be the murder of me.
Oh my god. Wow, you said it.
Cave ain't big. This cave ain't here big enough for the two of us.
Somebody said cowboy
You reckon?
I'm sorry, Hephis, what did you say? Hephis?
Hephis is not responding.
Hephis, you don't want to.
Hephis.exe has stopped working.
Hephis, can you do cowboy Hephis, please?
If you want me to try, I can.
I would love it if you tried,
Thank you.
Hephis. Somebody
Oh.
says.
Actually, somebody help me. Actually, I don't know. I need to.
Somebody says Hephis must live
Okay.
in Celios too.
I need to find like cowboy things to say.
Yeah.
How do you come up with these
It's
things?
Chris
Make him say-
Tarantula.
I'm going to find you.
Make him say yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Just think of any.
Yeehaw, partner.
That's it. That's it right there.
And now we have cowboy.
Are you
Hashtag cowboy
amused?
Hephis.
I reckon I
We
get
got-
murdered.
We
Yeah,
got
a really cool
we got
a super
we got a
chat.
$4.99 super chat. It says Hephis must live XD and Celios too from Karis the Rachilla.
That's nice to hear. But Rip Hephis, he's dead.
Yeah. God, Eagle,
Alright.
you are
Wow.
so good at voice acting. You and Star are just so talented.
Thank you.
Hey.
I'm just super happy to be here with like
Yeah.
everybody.
Hephis.
It's just like
He's
being
like,
around
yeah.
all of these very talented people. Is just it's very it's such an honor to be here with everybody. Like just I love being here.
I love being here too. Oh, did anybody have any questions, by the way?
I think we actually did screen cap a couple questions earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you guys can ask more questions, I guess, now
Yeah.
if you have any.
I think I
I'm gonna
missed
go-
a lot of
we
them,
can
I'm
go through
sorry.
the. Yeah, we can go through the ones that we got here. So, I guess like we can maybe answer both of these since they're kind of the same. So the first one from Frutadella, they're saying, "I have a question. How did you think of the name Zielo?" And then Porter V responded with, "Yeah, how did she come with the gods' names?"
So they were. So Xylo's name comes from the imaginative thing that I thought of. It was a temporary name, and I think I was inspired by a fan fiction I read. And I can't remember. Like, I spell it wrong. Like, technically, Xylo's name, I spell it Zilo, but it's supposed to be pronounced Zylo. But I've just never fixed it because I'm like, whatever, it doesn't matter. By this point, at least.
Just
Is his body?
about it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. So, it's kind like that's the thing. Like, it's not a really big, epic, inspirational story. his literal name just was a random thought that I had, and I was like, that sounds like a cool name, and so that became his name.
Yeah, and it's really funny because like, I mean, I can't really blame them. Some people misspell his name as the E before the I.
Yeah. I mean, I get annoyed by it, but that's fine.
Zielo.
How dare you say that to me?
Sponsored by Zielo.
Just remember I before E, especially in the name Zielo. I don't know what else to say after that.
Was there any other questions?
We did have another one. I think, let's see, where was that? Right. Someone from, let's see, I have to read this over a couple times.
Alright, that's totally fine.
Oh, okay. Someone's like, Terios the Hedgehog or slash SA2 artist. I study Sonic official art since I do Sonic Adventure style. I don't draw what I see in the style, and there's artwork made by Sega and shows not feet detail. What to say about that, Gigi? I think they're like asking about the difference between like how feet are drawn in TMOM, and I think because in official Sonic, aren't their feet just blobs?
Yeah, they are. There's official art where it shows their feet. Like, look at Big the Cat. Like, Big the Cat is wearing sandals. Like, their feet are literally just blobs. They don't have toes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in TMOM,
feet are apparently the most significant thing right now.
especially with Sonic's, where his his feet are messed up. Poor boy.
God, it's like all story related. Like, it's not to do with anything. Like, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna entertain.
No, I understand. I think we all understand.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had that debate with like, okay, so I've had this debate like a lot, like in high school, where when you guys said that the Sonic characters don't have toes and like their feet are just blobs, right? And then they go to Knuckles, they're like, Knuckles is wearing sandals. I'm like, no, and they're like, no, they're blobs. They see that blob. So I've been in like debates with people saying, no, those are shoes. Those are like, because I said they're shoes, other people say they're blobs, but it's like,
no, that's his shoes.
What do you guys think?
Knuckles is that's definitely Knuckles' shoes.
Yeah, no, they're shoes. They're Lego shoes.
Did we have any other questions? Sorry.
We do. Earlier from Xander Bloodmoon. This one's for Silver. Ooh, Silver. Are you still banned from the cupboard? Also, sorry for getting you in trouble.
Oh, I don't think I'm still banned from the cupboard. Well, because I got some candy from there not too long ago. Then again, nobody was in the
about that?
Nobody was in the room, so nobody saw me take it. So maybe I'm not allowed, but nobody knows. Wait,
Are you sure that nobody knows?
I was kidding. I was just saying a joke, and it's not.
I'm gonna tell Shadow and Sonic on you.
Wait, no! Shadow's gonna kick me in the back of the head again? No way!
Zielo is inked. Time to color.
Yeah.
It's time to color that glorious fur.
Yes.
Someone also asked, can we use this process to draw pure Zielo?
Pure Xylo's different. So, I'm gonna see how long this stream is, because if that's the case, like if you guys want to see pure Zielo, I can teach you guys how to draw that real quick. Literally the entire.
We've been streaming for like an hour and 11 minutes so far.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Sonic's took like 2 hours.
That's also because you keep getting distracted.
Yeah, the cloud baby.
I could do a quick
Well, I mean, we
sketch
did
of
have a
Cloud
couple.
Baby.
Maybe when we have enough time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But were there any other questions?
Yeah, there were a couple. I mean, there weren't that many, but I mean, it's a good number. It's a good number.
Someone asked, are you going to do tutorials for characters like Blaze?
If you guys like me to, I could totally do that.
And
We have a previous question here saying, question for Silver. Hey Silver, does Sonic trip over his cape while running a lot?
Probably.
Now that I think, yeah, he does. And he always falls in his face every time. And every time when I see him fall, he has this giant mark on his forehead, and he gets angry, but he tries to shake it off.
Oh my gosh, you were such a teaser.
I mean, it's funny because he tries to play it off like it didn't happen, but he can't really play it off too well, and I guess I kind of find it funny.
Yeah? You sicko?
Well, no, I mean, this is coming from the same guy. Mocks eating salad and chocolate milk. I mean, it's about time that I mock him for once.
so you're saying that you enjoy your brother's pain?
No, never. I wouldn't go that far, no way.
Maybe you and Zielo are more in common than we thought.
Wait, no, I said the wrong things again, didn't I?
It appears there really is a reason that you're called Xylo's copy.
Don't be mean to him!
I really hope you do not stoop to his level.
Ooh.
Too late.
I don't think I'd really stoop that low.
Oh my god!
Gosh.
You got us. You got us.
Question for Silver. If he mistakes your chocolate milk, will you get mad?
Okay. If anybody takes my chocolate, I'm gonna write you an angry letter, and then I'm gonna go to your house or wherever, and then I'm just gonna give you a stern talking to, wag my finger, and you.
Even when he mistakes it?
Well, I mean, look, you gotta have boundaries, okay? Some people, when people take the chocolate milk, it's like, I just need to tell them it's not, and it's just like, if somebody's gonna take your stuff, you just gotta be like, hey man, that's not cool, and you just gotta tell them straight.
Shading.
So I'll just be like, I'd be very angry about it.
You'll be a grumpy boy?
Oh, we have a super chat. Dark Silver, stronger than Dark Sonic. Can we get a round of a Dark Silver?
Dark silver.
Or tainted silver?
Painted silver? Oh, sure. Let's see. Kind of lost for words on what to say here. It's not really my kind of. Well, let's see.
What if I steal your chocolate milk?
If you steal my chocolate milk, there will be bodies all over the floor.
Why
So
several
So you're gonna let the bodies hit the floor?
Amazing. Thank you. That good job. That was such a good pun.
It seems Memphis has joined us.
That's not Memphis, that's Zielo, right?
Yes.
Why, hello.
Hello, Zielo.
Are you having fun tonight?
Yes, we're making fun of your creator.
Delightful.
Would you like to join in?
Perhaps another time.
Mm.
I'm busy after all.
Ah.
What are you busy?
What are you busy with?
Oh, there are many things. I would rather not get into them.
That's
Yeah, there were a few people that claim you have pizza feet.
I don't think Zielo knows what pizza is.
Well, there's pizza feet, there's scissor toes, there's noodle arms, there's tomato head,
Be
beanbag
silent.
body. Ugh.
There's Dorito toes.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
I mean, look at the stream. I mean, we're drawing you, right? It's a tutorial.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Am I
Oh
doing
yeah,
okay?
Gigi's currently doing the shading.
also,
I
and
see.
Zielo, one of your brothers is here as well.
What?
One of your brothers, the oldest one.
Oh, this just got awkward really quickly, Cyril. Thank you.
Well, it did get him quiet.
How dare you?
Family reunion?
Hey, I didn't drag your brother back here. You can blame your creator for that.
Also, I would like to say, if you guys do not know, this is Memphis, the new Zielo voice actor. Well, not really new by this point. You've been here for a while.
Yes.
Memphis is the sweetest person you'll ever meet, despite the terrifying
Shut up.
and your Zielo is really, really good. Like, oh,
But Gigi, so you did the what was it, the flats
yeah,
a while ago? Is it now the shading time?
it's
you've
shading
been doing?
time.
Are there any tips for the shading that you can give out while you're doing that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing when you're shading is remember your light source. Like, right now, if you see IRL me, you notice that there's a light on and it's hitting me, and the computer light is also hitting me. Like, there's reflective light all over this particular image that you see. And so because of
Well, in
that,
that case, you just turn up the brightness. Make it even
is
brighter.
ever, yeah, exactly. Nothing is ever truly flat. You always want to make sure that when you're shading in the direction of where the light's coming from. I'm not.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Especially in this case with Zielo right now.
Also,
Especially
I'd like to
because
introduce...
I live in a cave.
Also, yes. Also, it's very
I am a gremlin.
interesting.
There's no light in here, please help.
No.
What's very interesting?
No one will come and save you.
Well, let me see first if he's here. Disco. Disco.
I'm here.
Hi.
Oh, here comes Sleepyhead.
Disco is a moderator of our server, but I also forgot to mention he is one of the Celios voice actors. Say hello, Celios.
Hello. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we just name dropped. Oh, stinky.
Three of the gods are here.
So technically, all three of the gods are here, huh?
Oh, three of us.
Very glad to be here. Not doing work right now.
I am so happy to be with my brothers.
Very happy.
You sound so happy.
I'm sure you are.
It's like Thanksgiving.
No.
Thanksgiving was miserable.
No.
Why is that a miserable time for you, Zielo?
It could have been better.
It was awful.
Why
Can you
was it
describe
awful?
why it was awful?
That is all I will say.
Is it because your brothers were there?
Are you done speaking?
I'm
never done.
Very, very inconsiderate.
Isn't he?
Zielo, you should know by now that your creator never shuts up.
What? Rude?
But also the people who know it.
Oh, you made him laugh. Congrats. You made Zielo, the most unhappy person in the world, laugh. Thank you.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or a
We should probably start running now.
Yeah, Silver, that's easily fixed. Just aim his attention at the creator and the rest of
Start moving your legs before I take them away, mortals.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Is it okay if I also ask a question from earlier in the stream as well?
Of course.
It's pertaining to our lovely guide. Someone was asking, I can't remember who was specifically. Someone was asking why, I think, like, where did you get the idea for Xylo's eye colors?
From Prototype Silver Art. Like, that's it. Like,
And I,
he's a type of, like, he's based off of Venice, the Prototype Silver Art.
right, and I can't remember if they asked for all. Oh wait, it might have been for all three gods. I don't remember. I have to look back.
The gods are based off of the CYMK stuff.
Yeah, cyan, yellow, magenta, right?
And key.
What are you doing in my domain?
Are you asking me?
Why are you here? No, be silent.
Oh, okay, cool. So who are you talking to?
There are cats in my domain.
There's cats in your domain?
3 of them, to be precise.
Oh, sorry, Master. That's just me.
What? Oh.
Oh look, it's crap.
Hello, everybody. I can see there's a...
Leave, Scrap. Leave
Nothing.
now.
Of course, Master. Anything for you.
Cool, you made Scrap cry.
Interesting.
There. Ooh, I'm sorry. The shading on the quills. Oh my goodness.
Thanks.
That is a great touch, actually. I like that.
Yeah.
So what's the tips with those? With the quills shading in particular?
Yeah, I hate shading quills. They're awful. They're the worst.
Think about them in a solid way, you know? I mean, Zielo is probably closer to a real-life hedgehog, honestly. So, when you think about how he, well, goes about his stuff, how he goes about his design, it's very much based off of messy hair. And his hair is, extremely thick.
So he has dreadlocks.
So he has No, he does not have dreadlocks, Celios.
I mean, what else are they? What else are you gonna
We're
call
getting
them?
mad that Zielo told off Scrap.
It's just messy hair. Wait, what did you say
Well,
about
that's
Scrap?
what happens to messy
People are getting
hair.
mad.
It's like when
So-
you like wake up and you just don't do your hair.
Well, I mean, yeah. Because
Yeah.
he's a Betty boy.
So
Yeah.
imagine movie Sonic when he's like, "Really? You'll help me?" And he just like shakes his hair. That's Zielo right there.
I mean, yeah, that's actually a good way of putting it.
Why would Zielo do his hair? Anyway, he looks is perfect.
Exactly.
You are so right.
Oh my god, he said you are so right. That is so fabulous.
I immediately
You were
regret this decision.
You are so self-indulgent, is what it is.
Oh, I'm not the one who was absorbed into his work. Brother!
Oh god.
I feel like I'm in the middle of something that I shouldn't really be. Oh,
Go back to drinking your chocolate milk.
you know what?
Laid it
I'll
on
do
the
that.
table for you.
Oh, nice.
Yes, how could I refuse one of my favorite sons his most favorite consumable liquid?
One of your favorite songs?
I have 3.
Oh,
Do you not recall?
that's the joke, is that they're all your favorites, right?
Yes, yes.
You are so funny, Heathus. You should be a comedian.
What a deplorable thought.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I kind of zoned out. I just got lost in this chocolate.
Of course you did.
I feel like I'm at a dinner table, like a family dinner table or something.
Not Thanksgiving again.
So shouldn't we be thankful for each and every day?
No.
Well, I know I am.
You know what we should do? We should gather all three of the gods and all three of the sons of Phoebus together for the 4th of July.
Why?
Why not?
But why?
I gotta go.
Okay,
not?
bye, Zielo.
Because I
Fuck
want to see
Memphis.
the chaos unfolds.
We'll continue to be drawing your gratefulness.
Ooh boy. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.
See you later.
Farewell.
And that was Memphis, the voice of Zielo.
Heck yeah.
Someone says,
Yes.
Hephis, why does all your sons' names start with an S?
Because.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Thanks, Hephis. Very entertaining. Very great.
Very informative.
Very informative. Also, I finished.
I know. I am a pillar of knowledge.
I finished shading Zielo. Now I'm gonna finish up by adding in all the cool extra features of Zielo.
Ooh.
Great so far.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And by great, I mean he looks like he's just dead inside.
So
Someone
accurate.
Crap is a cool solus.
Maybe you should add.
Why, thank you. You know, I am an underappreciated aspect of my master's glory. But that is okay. I do not need his praise in order to know that I do grand work for my god.
You are
Yeah, I
a
see.
very dedicated creature.
You mean like sit in an office and file taxes all the time?
Poor Stelios keeps getting interrupted.
Have you ever thought of worshipping other gods besides my brother? Perhaps.
Okay, Sirius, I need you to stay 560 feet away from me and keep your tainted eyes away from my beautiful eyes. You got that?
What about my eyes?
Both of you, both of your eyes. Both of you need to not look at me. Stop staring.
Those eyes, though.
Eyes, eyes,
Eyes, eyes, eyes.
Eyes.
Eyes,
So,
eyes, eyes, eyes.
Yeah, you did a lot with the eyes, didn't you? Like, they were styled at first, so... Why didn't you... So... I'm just trying to remember. So you had, like, a little bit of white around the
The pupil? Yes.
pupil a little bit.
Yes.
And then, yeah, a lot of colors. And then, ooh, the glow. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna give him a color balancy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some people, like, depending on how you're drawing it, you could just use solid, like, cyan, but, you know, if you want to have, like, those extra fantastic details that is Zelo's eyes, you just, you know, have all those other colors and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
accentuate
hey,
it.
remember the TMOM wiki?
Oh, yeah, the TMOM wiki, right, of
You can
course,
use
who
this
remembers that?
Does
I
it
don't
still
think a lot of
exist?
people do. Yeah, does it still exist? That's the question. That's a good question.
I mean,
Well-
it's still, you haven't closed it down, so it still exists. You can still add stuff to it.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, but if you don't announce it and link to it, people never know about it.
I guess. I mean, yeah, there is the Murder Me Wikipedia or wiki. It does exist, a fan wiki. Anyone can contribute to it.
Yeah.
It's
So, I mean, if anybody can contribute to it, then, I mean, you'll be able to have people, like...
yeah. I made it when I was like not a staff member. I just made it when I was just a fan. So it's technically still like it's a fan wiki. It's just a fan wiki. That's and yeah, Zielo, the wonderful god that's being drawn right now, has his own page.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
What
because why
about,
wouldn't you?
what about me? What about Celio?
Father.
You too. But some of the pages on the TMOM wiki, including Zielo and Celios and all those, some of them are incomplete and not up to date. So it's really up to like fans that come across the site to help contribute and keep it up to date with information.
Yeah. All right, I think I might be finishing.
Ooh, oh my god, the light lines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to I'm also trying to pay attention to how because the eyes are like almost super important, pretty much.
Yeah, they're the key features of him.
Apparently, people can barely hear Celios.
Yeah, Celios.
Okay.
Is it is the voice muffled or is it like low volume? I'll turn his volume up all the way.
Yeah, my microphone's a little bit far away from me because I'm on my computer, but I can move closer.
Okay, that's okay.
Heavis,
yeah.
someone wants to know what you think of Zielo's secretary.
You mean the scrap character?
Yeah, the little overly excited.
In a way, I feel a little bit sorry for the little fellow. But he is very dedicated, I will admit. Whether his decision is wrong or right.
Maybe a little too dedicated.
Alright, can you guys hear me better now?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you better.
Alright.
But
I also want to make sure I don't echo or anything.
But yeah, no, with Scrap and Zielo and all those Solus and whatnot, yeah, like Gigi said, the eyes are very, very key factor.
Okay, I think I'm finished with Zielo.
Ooh!
Yep. There he is.
There's the boy.
It's a fluff boy.
He looks
Yes.
like he needs some good old KFC.
And if there was anyone that was still having trouble following along for any part, luckily after the stream's over, you can rewatch it and follow along that way.
Mm-hmm.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, it's a lot of practice. Don't expect to get them right on the first try. For anything, actually.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Hey.
Someone wants to know how long it takes you to make a comic done.
Comic dubs take a long time.
They do.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now? I have my microphone right next to me.
Nice.
Yeah, you sound nice and clear. Yeah,
Eagle,
Zelo's a very pretty boy.
how long have we been streaming for?
We have been streaming for an hour and 35 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna use the
And
last
counting.
35 minutes to draw an untainted baby, but I'm not gonna color that one.
The cloud baby himself.
But here is finished Zielo in all of his glory.
Ooh. Yeah, in all of his fantastic, perfect glory.
Yeah, I'm gonna save this to my TMOM.
That's really great.
Need some Popeye's chicken sandwich.
He does not need a Popeye's chicken sandwich, Disco.
Look at it. Look at that.
He
Look
needs
at that bone.
To consume.
He does not need to
Look at
consume.
those bones.
He does
Wait.
not need to consume.
I kind of want to try that. He needs to
Consume.
Oh, God.
Yes. Consume.
Great. Consume is now the hashtag consume.
There are also people who think Zielo looks like a dirty sock.
Where's that one?
You guys?
That's one way to look at it.
True.
But no, yeah, Zelo's he's very pretty and perfect and everything. He's also very messy.
Alright, so I'm not going to get as too detailed on the tutorial this. I'm just going to draw baby Zielo with all the instructions I gave earlier. But untainted Zielo looks a little something
Yeah.
like this. So
I'm assuming some of the things that apply to regular Zielo apply to pure Zielo as well. Since,
correct.
they're same.
So, I mean, I use the exact same guidelines. It's just.
You know, is obviously, you know, different colors. His floof is not as gigantically big bush
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good boy. He's very, very, just very small.
He's just smaller than his brothers.
Yeah.
He is baby.
Yeah,
He's not baby. Everything you think is baby is not always baby.
He's a baby.
That opinion is baby.
Gigi,
What?
you are baby.
No, I'm not. You
Everyone
just want to call
in
everyone
the
a
chat,
baby.
Is Zielo and Gigi, are they baby?
I'm not a baby.
Are pure...
Audience, you have my back, right?
Hi.
Hey,
Hashtag
Sammy.
baby Gigi.
No! Hashtag baby Zielo. Hashtag cloud baby.
I mean, yes, true, but...
I have a cat with me right now.
You have a kitty
Oh,
cat?
Yeah, not
Is he in here to watch baby Zielo be
Yeah.
drawn?
absolutely here to watch TV Zielo.
You guys are way too excited for cloud baby Zielo.
Any Zielo is good Zielo, I think. That's actually not. Wait. Wait.
Wait, what?
Okay. Okay. Well. Yeah, that's flawed logic. I mean, Zielo kills people. Regular.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, murder isn't good.
McMurder.
It is fabulous.
Cyril, you're encouraging bad things.
Don't follow Zilo's example, everyone.
Do not follow Zilo's example.
I mean,
Just look at him.
I mean, Gigi, how long have we known each other now?
I don't know.
About 2 years, I think, almost.
Almost?
No, a year and a half.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Ow! What's that? What's that? Oh no. It's not.
Here we go.
Hashtag good boy Zielo.
Hashtag good boys Zielo.
Yeah, good boy Zielo.
Sorry.
Like,
I don't want to interrupt. I was gone for a couple of minutes. Are we still taking questions?
Are we?
I mean, yes.
Okay, well,
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, ask them.
there was one question I saw earlier, like really recently. Although, can I ask something myself real quick?
Go for it.
Are pure Zielo's quills drawn different? Well, obviously they're drawn differently, but is there like a specific way they're different from regular
Yeah,
Zielo?
they're softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're softer. For sure.
Like
Yeah, so if someone... Oh yeah, really fluffy, like Cloud.
Yeah, like they're like a cloud. Like it's like
He actually takes care of his hair.
It's like you're fluffing
Yeah.
a cloud, and it's comfy.
But somebody did ask, Royal Moon said, what is the difference between Dark Sonic and Tainted Sonic?
A very big difference. Dark Sonic is basically a fake Supersonic, and a Tainted Sonic is God power, but like the God power is tainted.
Yeah, like, Dark Sonic is not a TMOM, Tainted Sonic is.
Yeah.
That's the that's the answer.
Thank you.
All right. There's a
Huh?
question. What do you, for Silver, what do you think about the fights between your brothers, Sonic and Shadow?
Oh, what do I think of the fights? Well,
What do you think of them fighting all the time?
oh boy, I could tell you that for days. I mean, they constantly fight, like, in front of me and also in my head. I mean, remember, I can read their thoughts. Like, I can hear everything that they say. It's really annoying. I can't sleep. I can't do anything. And I can't think for myself. Ugh. It's very intrusive.
It's gonna be okay.
gonna be okay.
Also realize that, yeah, people point out in chat, yeah, Zielo has ears. Pure Zielo has ears. Indeed. It's a key factor that... Don't forget when you draw Pure Zielo, remember his ears.
Yeah, his hair is less, so his hair, when he's tainted, it covers his ears. Like, his ears are still there. They're just covered by all his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy, what were you asking about his ears?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, why did Tainted Zielo lose his ears? But then I realized his majestic floof is covering everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he didn't lose his ears.
Yeah.
So
They're
Zielo
just
was like
still there. You can
basically.
still hear what people are saying. He just, he doesn't care enough to, brush his quills. So he's got like dreadlocks everywhere.
I mean, the only people he can't hear are foolish mortals.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he can still hear
question,
anybody.
Yeah, that he can still hear anyone.
Yeah, a couple of questions. Can we use the stream audio to make animatics? And how do the brothers, Hethus and Celia, feel about what their brother has become?
Well, the brothers are dead, so that answers that question.
Yeah, their opinions don't matter.
Yeah, they're dead, so I mean, their opinion doesn't quite matter at all.
Can people use the streams as animatics?
Of course!
Post on YouTube. That's what someone's asking. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to ask permission for that.
Yeah, you don't need permission.
Another question is, will there be tutorials for Cilius and Hethus? And Hyperstatic asked one that I was actually interested in myself. Did you use ancient civilizations for inspiration for the three gods?
Kind of. Like, in a sense of the architecture, but their names are completely derived from just placeholder names that became their real names.
Yeah. It's still interesting how it's like they're only placeholders at first, and then they actually became like their actual names. Like, so you can't beat them.
Yeah, they're really, really good names.
And this wasn't a question that I saw earlier too. Someone asked like, who was the hardest to draw?
Celios. Out of the gods,
Really?
Celios. Out of the Triple S, sometimes it varies between Silver and Shadow.
And like, what about like the other characters in Paradise and stuff?
Oh, Blaze is the hardest to draw, by far.
Oh yeah, with like all the colored eyes and the
Yeah,
Roman candle
I really
head.
wish I could change her design, but everyone loves it, and I'm like, I don't want to make everyone angry and change her design because I want to simplify it, but it's come to a point where I'm like this close to doing it.
Candle Hat Blaze.
Yeah.
Candle head. This is coming along nicely. He's baby.
Yeah.
Baby. Big cloud baby.
This is Cloud Baby.
I have a funny question for Silver. Are your brothers any use, or it's just no use?
It's no use.
Sorry, can you say that again? That was cut out.
Sorry. Okay. Question for Silver. Are your brothers any use, or it's just no use by Royal Moon in the chat?
Well, if I had to answer that question legitimately and with all seriousness, I'd say it's no use.
Thank you.
So, Silver, are you claiming brothers are useless?
Well, no. I just... I guess I just wanted to say the low iconic.
Silver, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, you're coming in really low for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm low?
Yeah, you can't. We can barely hear you.
Oh, really? Oh.
Do you have an iPad in front of you, Star?
I'm actually on it right now. I'm using it. No, I mean like that's like the mic that I'm using. Does it sound weird? Or like
No, it sounds. I mean, it sounds
fine
fine.
to
It
me.
just sounds low, I guess.
Yeah, like you're coming in clear. It's just like it sounds like you're far away.
Maybe I should leave the call and come back or something, or maybe there's something in my setting.
Yeah, it might be a Discord issue.
Let's see. I'll like leave and come back.
All right.
Cool.
Also,
Yeah, like,
baby
we join
Zielo.
Yeah. Also, his he uses his fur color is lighter than regular Zao. It's like right.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
very
his
similar to
one's a little bit,
Silver's.
like lighter.
Yeah, it's like pure Zao is like the cloud, and then regular Zao is like
The
rain
rainstorm.
cloud.
Yeah, rain cloud. Rain cloud.
Rain cloud
baby.
color.
It's just how your hair looks like on a bad Tuesday.
Does it
Yeah.
sound better, or do I still sound far away?
You sound
You
fine to
sound
me.
clear.
That sounds better.
Okay, that's weird. Then all I did was leave the call.
I don't know.
So
either,
welcome back.
man. Welcome
Wow.
back.
Technical difficulties.
It's a Discord thing.
Darn you,
I think it's probably Zielo actually cursing us
Yeah, I
because
was about to say.
we're drawing baby Zielo right now, fellas.
Okay. Zilo's messing with my settings. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, dude.
we're drawing his Silver's pure counterpart. Not the sorry Zella. We're not. We know you're perfect, but we're not drawing you right now. We're drawing.
Yeah,
I mean, we're
pretty much.
technically
Pure.
drawing him. It's just
I mean, technically, just not the way he wants to be drawn.
yeah.
Well, just
Exactly.
far more interesting to draw.
Well, you see, in order to make Xylo not angry, we could just say that this is Silver cosplaying as Xylo, and that's why it's all like happy and stuff.
Yeah, hey, big
It's a-
brain.
It's a wig.
A
Wig.
wig.
Yeah, it's a wig.
It's like
He's wearing eye contacts
I-
and he put on some used mascara for the
Yeah, Silver's
black.
wearing mascara and a wig.
Oh my god.
Imagine if it was like a secret ending to T-LOM and it's like a Scooby-Doo thing where Sonic and Shadow's like, alright, let's see who's behind Untainted Xylo, and then they remove the mask and it's Silver?
Oh my
Sammy,
And I would have gotten away
why?
with it too if it weren't for you meddling sons of Hephis.
Yeah, if it wasn't for
You're
you
a son
meddling
of
brothers
Hephis,
of mine.
though.
Mira me has a question. Was the idea of Tainted Sonic inspired from characters like Scourge, or
It was-
OG Supersonic, or else?
Tainted Sonic's design is inspired by a mixture of Fleetway and Dark Sonic. I think I am basically done. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, and his pure eye glowy.
Yeah.
He's so pretty. He's so pretty.
He's a baby.
And someone's asking, will y'all upload this as reference for us? I'm assuming they're talking about
Yes.
both of the sketches.
Yes, of course. I'll upload it
Heck
after
yeah.
the stream is finished. I'll save them
It's so
as
nice.
PSDs for you guys. Are you
I'm sorry,
okay?
The white in his the little, it looks like so cute. I'm sorry.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he appreciate being
Look like
called
little-
cute in any way, shape, or form, but he is cute.
Yeah, like the white in his eyes. It's like I can't describe it. It almost looks like bubbles.
It almost looks like a night's space.
Like
Alright,
space.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ask them,
It
like,
feels angelic.
okay,
Oh
question
yeah.
for you,
Oh, actually, yeah. You asked that question
like an
first.
ocean.
Yeah, you mentioned how the gods' eyes became the colors they are. However, did you come up with the ideas for the gods? What was the inspiration for them?
I just really wanted to introduce a challenge/concept that involves the Triple S more, and bring in the Triple S's importance in a way that was plot relevant. So we have very little time with the fan characters like Zielo and more time with the Triple S. Like that's the whole point of them, is that they are there to build up the world and mystery behind everything that happens. And with that, I think I am done with baby Zielo. I think
Yeah.
we are good to stop here. next week I'm gonna be doing another drawing tutorial. At least, and I'm thinking it's probably gonna be either silver or shadow, probably both. We'll see. But for now, I am gonna end it here. We have drawn baby Zielo, and we've well, untainted Zielo, and we've also drawn tainted Zielo. I think that I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you very much for all those who have come to the stream. Thank you, Eagle, Disco, Sammy, Cyril, Starlight, and Eagle for making this.
You said me twice.
I said you twice. I'm so sorry.
There's two of me. Yes. No, you're
and
right.
Also, of course, thank you, Memphis, who was able to come here for a little bit, our Zielo voice actor, and then leave. Thank you so much for that. Even I thank you guys so much for sticking around. Remember, if you want to have any other requests for what you want to learn to draw in TMOM, please let me know. And I think that it's time to head out.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, you're so creepy, Haphis!
You guys, listen. What do you mean? What about you?
Alright, bye!